With Alex Massialas at the Bonn World Cup. Alex, in the team event today, your teammates and you kind of put you on the spot a few times. You were put in a situation where you had to really kind of manage the pressure and close out your portion of the bout. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so today against our second bout of the day when we fenced Great Britain, it got to a point we weren't really fencing all that well in the match, and at a point into the last bout, we were up by only 2 touches, and around like 38-40 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what the score was at the time, but my job as an anchor is just to get that last touch. That's all that matters. Obviously, for me to fence well in the whole bout makes a difference, how easy that last touch is, but ultimately it comes down to scoring that last touch of the whole match. And so, I kind of put myself in a bad situation. I was up by some touches. I let the people back in the bout, in the Great Britain bout, but in the Italy bout especially. Great Britain bout, I was winning by 2 to go into the bout. Then I scored 3 in a row, up by 5, and it kind of put myself in a position where I should have closed out the bout easier. But he came back, and I had to win it. I had to score a touch in overtime, and I just try to focus on that last touch, and because that's the only one that matters. And against Italy, we were up by a pretty significant amount because Miles had a huge run in Cassara. And at a certain point, I was up 44-39 or 44-38. I even put myself in a good position to finish the bout, but I had some kind of mental lapse, wasn't fencing very well, and put myself in a position, and then let him come back to 44-44. But ultimately, it really does come down to that last touch. So I just make sure, to stop all the mistakes that I was making earlier in the bout, and to let him come back, and just try and make an action that made sense. And in this case, I saw him start off the line pretty quickly on his attack, with a pretty big action. So I just thought closing in and counterattacking was the right action, and it ended up being it.
And in the 42-41 win and the 45-44 win, what are you thinking in those final touches? And as the closer, how are you preparing yourself? All I try to do is really just focus on winning the bout. There's really nothing else to it. I don't care about anything that happened beforehand, what's going to come next. It's all about that moment and what I need to do to execute the right action. And there's not much else to it. And sometimes it's really instinct that takes over because honestly, if you ask me about a lot of those one-touch bouts over my whole career. It's really hard for even me to recall what exactly I did, just because sometimes you just feel the touch, you don't even plan it. Excellent. All right. Well, congratulations on the performance today, and enjoy your little break here.
All right. Thank you.